Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about something everyone is confused about right now. Affinity version 3 and how it compares to Photoshop. Is Affinity really free? Should you switch from Photoshop? Is it good for freelancing? And what about the older versions that nobody talks about anymore? Don't worry, I'm breaking everything down in the simplest, beginner-friendly way. So let's start. Earlier, Affinity had 3 separate apps: Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, Affinity Publisher. And each one was a one-time purchase. You paid once, and you owned that app forever. Then Canva bought Affinity, and everything changed. And yes, now the latest version 3 is free. Now with version 3, it's completely free to download. Free forever, as per Canva's statement. No subscription, no one-time purchase. Everything merges into one single app. Photo plus vector plus layout. All inside one Affinity app. Basically, Photoshop plus Illustrator plus InDesign. Inside one software. Photoshop versus Affinity. Let's compare them point by point. Super simple. 1. Price. Photoshop. Subscription, expensive long-term. Affinity. Version 3 is free. 2. Industry standard Photoshop wins. Studios, agencies, brands, advertising companies all use Adobe. Affinity is still very new in professional pipelines. 3. Performance. Affinity is faster, lighter, smoother, especially on mid-low PCs. Photoshop is powerful, but heavy. 4. Ease of learning. Affinity has a cleaner UI, great for beginners. Photoshop has more tools, bigger learning curve. 5. AI tools. Photoshop destroys Affinity here. It has generative fill, generative expand, remove, neural filters, Firefly AI. Affinity version 3 equals almost no generative AI, for now. 6. File compatibility. Very important for freelancers. PSD files open perfectly in Photoshop everywhere. Affinity can open PSD, but smart objects, effects, and heavy layers break. So for client projects, Photoshop is safer. 7. Client and agency workflow. Most clients use Photoshop. Most internal teams use Photoshop. Most brands expect a PSD. If you send an Affinity file to a client team, they might not open it properly. So freelancers, Photoshop equals safer and industry approved. 8. All-in-one workflow. Photoshop equals only photo editing. Illustrator equals vector. InDesign equals layout. Affinity version 3 now offers all in one place, no app switching. Huge advantage for beginners. 9. Video and GIF work. Photoshop has a small video timeline and GIF export. Affinity has no timeline, no video editing. 10. Smart objects. Photoshop. Full smart objects, live linking. Affinity. No true smart objects. 11. Selections. Photoshop's hair fur selection is unmatched. Affinity's selection is good, but weaker on complex edges. 12. Special tools. Photoshop has content-aware crop, perspective warp, vanishing point. Affinity has none of these, yet. 13. Affinity exclusive features. Affinity has 360-degree projection editing, astrophotography, export, compound masks, vector plus raster plus layout in one file. Photoshop does not have these. 14. Tutorials and learning community. Photoshop has the biggest tutorial community on the internet. Affinity has fewer tutorials, but it's growing fast. 15. Career growth. If you want a job in a studio, to work with big brands, to collaborate with teams, professional freelancing, Photoshop is required. Affinity is great for learning and personal projects. Should you switch to Affinity? Here's the honest truth. If you're a beginner, Affinity is amazing. Free, easy, clean, fast. All in one, no subscription stress. If you're a freelancer or want a design career, Photoshop is still essential because clients expect PSD. Agencies use Adobe. Studios need Adobe workflows. Collaborations rely on Adobe. Smart objects, AE integration, AI tools. All Adobe advantages. Finally, the simple conclusion. Learn Affinity if you're just starting. Learn Photoshop if you want to grow professionally.